So, what have I got on today? Still in the filter system. I'm still messing around, and this is somebody else then, still messing around with the filters. The pond temperature at the moment, 8 degrees, so I've stopped feeding. The only thing is at the window. Food. And I've been told, as much as they want it, don't feed them. But I was watching Dazzlecoy the other day. Hi, mate. And he's got loads of advice on his video. And he was saying, just keep feeding them. If they keep coming, keep feeding them. 8 degrees. Anyway, they're at the window now. Hi, guys. Look at them. Oh, bless. But I always said 10 degrees, so 10 degrees it is. Unless I get some really good justification otherwise, but 10 degrees is what it is. 10 degrees I stopped feeding. In fact, to be honest, I did 9 point something the other day, but because they're all at the window now. Bless them. So, back to the filter system. So what are we doing today? We're doing some more moves. We're going to go in the last 2 bays this time. Last 2 bays I have sponge, then jack matting. Now remember right, I took the jack matting from this bay to the furthest bay. But the furthest bay, I'm trying to put air through the jack matting, and the air's going out through the exit pipe and off back into the pond. Now that means I'm getting air going through the pump, which is never a good thing apparently. It doesn't do the impellers any good. So I'm going to do some moving around with the sponges at the end. So let's get cracked on, get that done. And before I start that, my Vortex needs cleaning. Now, if you haven't been on this channel before, we're doing so well for subscribers. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome to Koi Pond Lifestyle. Look at my other videos in my library, whatever you call it. There's loads of stuff in there, loads of info for new pond builders like me. Built the pond, tried loads of things, put them in video so people can learn and do what you like with that information. So, in the last video we cleaned out the Vortex with the siphoner. We're going to do that today. So here it is again, my siphoner. Bucket goes in the bottom here to catch the waste, and then we're going to get this into here, suck it all up, and away we go. I love this. This is fantastic. That's literally, I've taken the ninja out of the Vortex again. I mean, yeah, when I flush it through, like I'm going to do today, then I've got to flush it through, but future Vortex cleaners. Okay, so filter bay changes, yeah. I've decided, got an idea, love trying things. Every day's a school day, don't knock it till you've tried it. But because I moved the jack matting into the last bay, is it really in the right place? I don't know. I'm going to try something different. So I'm going to move the sponges from the bay next door and into the last bay. Another reason why I'm doing this is because all the air that I'm blowing through my AW52-39, which became 36 because I had to take some holes away because it was blowing air into the outlet and going through the pump. So I'm now going to move the jack matting back one. So my filter system, my Cockney Koi 8000 system will go like this. It will go Vortex, brushes, KK1000 moving media. It's doing quite well at the moment. We'll have a look at it in a bit. It will then go jack matting, then it will go sponges. So I'm moving the jack matting back one, sponges forward one. It's just me. Don't knock it. So anyway, let's get cracked on with that. more flow core. These will come out now because I don't want these in the way, and also when the sponges go in the next bay, we'll go back into that bay there, there'll be more space, above them for the outlet, and you'll see about that in a minute. I'll show you what I mean. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put in the sponges in the last bay, but I'm going to put them upside down. So this used to be on the top, the coarse one. The coarse one's now going to be on the bottom because the water now goes down, up, and it will go up through the sponges. So I need the finest at the top. So these are going to go on the bottom, and then they'll go coarse to fine, bottom to top. Okay, so the AW52-39 air blower is now going to go into this bay, whereas the sponges are now going into the last bay. So let's just fit that up in here. So this will now go into the bay where I've just taken out the sponges. Then we can now replace with the jack matting. Now, the thing with putting the jack mat in this one is it's proving it's a little bit tighter, but it's still going in. And I'm still going to leave one out, so I've got the little gaps in between. Right, the airline that's coming in, I'm going to try to get that in between two mats because I'm getting a little kink on the end of it at the moment, which I don't want. So right, there we go, all back in. So the jack matting's back in. I've still got this one left over. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just lie that on top, I think. Just for the time being, just until I can figure out what to do with it, because it's got a lot of beneficial bacteria on it, which I don't want to waste. So, yeah, interesting. I might just leave that there until I can figure out what to do with it. Maybe turn it that way. Put it to the back, I don't know. I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to leave it on top because if that gets blocked then it's going to cause me some problems. But I mean, look, I look at it most days, so I can't see a major problem with that, but I don't know. Until I figure out what to do with that. Ideally I should have put it in with that. I could have put it down, hidden it on the side somewhere, but as you say, every day's a school day. Anyway. Right, so all my foam is back in there now. And like I say, I've switched it over, so the coarse is most at the bottom now and the finest is at the top, because this is going to be my polishing end now. Are you with me so far? Anyway, so the reason what I've said is, if I just bring you around here a little bit, is that you can see that outlet is now free, so I can put that back in again. So why have I put that thing back on the end? Because there's nothing going to go out there anymore. But what I'm thinking is that that's where I could potentially put some of the aquarium, the filter floss. The filter floss could go in there, you see, if I wanted to do an extra bit of polishing in the summer. So I'll put that on. It'll hold everything down as well. When the water comes up, it might start lifting a little bit, so it'll hold them down a little bit. So I'll see how that one goes. Exciting. So my filter system now goes Vortex with brush. I've just put that in because I've just put the little barrier in because I've just purged the bottom drain. Then it goes brushes. Then it goes moving bed. Lovely. KK1000 in there. Then the next one is another biological filter, the jet matting. Now I can put more bubbles on this now. I can put more air into this now because it's not near the outlet. And then the last bay is for polishing. So now I've got all my sponges in the bottom of there, and then let's it out of there. So I'm going to see how it goes. You know, I'm sure there's people out there that are saying, I think you got that wrong. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I'm going to see how it works. I'm going to leave this over winter because that's still got to mature. That is mature. And that's lovely jubbly, that is. Now the air is still blowing from in the warm garage because I've still got my compressor in the garage where it's 14-ish degrees on average. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. So I've got warm air now blowing into these, which can only help the beneficial bacteria. It won't hinder it. It can only help. It's not going to warm the water up, it's only going to help with these two areas here. We've still got that in, and that seems to be helping. That's it. This bay, this whole bay at the moment, seems to be holding at around about 9 degrees. Water temperature is the same. So if we're looking here now, I've had these bays open all day. It's now telling me it's gone down to 7 degrees. So 7 degrees in the bay now because I kept it open. So I'm going to now close all this up. I think we're done in here for the day now, and then see how it goes. Monitoring temperatures, give it a few hours, heater's on in the garage, doing some drying, I'm working in there, so that should work quite well. So there we are. This is what my filter system will now look like for the next few, however long it takes. It might change again, you don't know, but that's how it looks for at the moment. Now somebody commented the other day, I know you're taking free heat out of your garage and putting it into here, but isn't that costing you more money when you're heating your garage? No, not really, because I have a log burner. So it's just waste wood that has been burnt in the garage, creating the heat, and where the outlet is right behind the log burner. So literally we're talking, it's about sort of 6 to 8 inches, maybe 12 inches away from the heater, so it gets getting direct heat from there. It's just on the side of this wall basically. And then streaming into here. So at the moment, like I say, I'm not heating my pond. All I'm doing is transferring some of the air from the warm garage into here. I think the main one it's going to be doing is blowing warm air into the media. I think that can only help, like I've just said. But and like I say, the only other thing is trying to force the air from the garage into here, because it's starting to get really cold. As you're probably aware, obviously, in England at the moment, it starts to get really cold now around here. So I'm looking at something to try to force the air out of the garage. Instead of just sort of letting it equalise, I'm thinking, can I force it into this area? Just to give it a bit of ambient temperature, just to stop it freezing, just because I want to try something. Because that's what I do. Oh, flip it, like, tell you one of these days I'm going to try something, it's not going to work at all. But anyway, so there we go. I think we're coming towards the end of doing these filters now. I said I was going to make all these changes over the winter, back in summer. One thing actually I'm not going to do, and I said I was going to do, was the BAKI shower. I said I was going to fit it onto the back end of my pond, where the upside down aquarium used to go. Well, it does go. Well, I don't know whether that's going back on or not. I'm working on that at the moment to do something else for that for summer. But anyway, digress. So the BAKI shower is not going to go on because I want to see what will happen with this media here, because I priced up the BAKI shower. They ain't cheap. Okay, they're not mega expensive, but do I really need to spend all that money to put it on when this media might do that job? Because the water quality was quite good. So anyway, always got a plan. Somebody else asked me, we've got a plan for this and the other. Always got a plan. Always got something happening. Anyway, okay, so we've done this before. Talked about the fish food and talked about some local delicacies from Stoke On Trent. Now before we've had these, the oatcakes. Then I showed you these from Right Spies. Now, lovely. I've just been out the shop, picked these up. Pikelets. What's a pikelet? Get them from the same place you get the oatcakes from. These are from a place called The Hole in the Wall. So again, if you're up in Stoke On Trent, there's an oatcake shop called The Hole in the Wall. Google it, you'll find it. They create these, what they call pikelets, similar to an oatcake. And there it is. Pikelet. Plenty of butter. Yet another great Stokie local delicacy. Anyway, if you like this video, please click the subscribe, ding the like, ping the bell. Thanks very much for watching. This was Koi Pond Lifestyle.